Right, so May 8th. Do a little video now before I forget. Again, the problem's been charge. I have like 5 phones and 3 power banks, and I haven't really efficiently been utilising that power, so I keep running out. Anyway, more problems with the bike. More problems with everything, actually. Every day I wake up, there is a problem. So the first problem, which doesn't seem to be... No, it is a problem. Okay, so the first problem is there is definitely a puncture on the back tyre, but it's so minimal that I can just pump it up and it will last the whole day, pretty much. That's a lie, actually. So it lasts maybe like a few hours of like tough cycling, and then it takes me 5 seconds to pump it up, and then it's totally fine for another, set number of hours, and then overnight it's deflated, as you can see now. I'm just too lazy to... I don't see it as like a major problem yet. It's not like a real puncture. So when it's a real puncture, then I will take off the tyre and change the inner tube. But for now, it's fine, and I'm too busy anyway doing other things. What else has happened? So we made good progress yesterday, actually. It was so it's been raining all week, which is just awful, and it really pissed me off yesterday, I have to say, because 7 days of rain, it's just crap. And it's not really the rain that's a problem when you cycle, especially through Belgium. It's the wind, the crosswinds that hit your bike when you're trying to maintain, obviously, like a kind of steady ground with cars whizzing by you. And obviously, if you're packing gear, you've got the weight on it, so maintaining balance is tricky enough in certain places. But with this wind just hitting you from the sides, it's a bit like a lot of Belgium is like the US. The prairie lands in Ohio, Oklahoma, where you just don't have many trees and the winds can just whip across. So that's really irritating. And then when you combine that with the rain for 7 days, it's not very nice. So anyway, but aside from that, the progress has been pretty good. We're maintaining an average of like 70, maybe 75 Ks a day, and I'm not getting up particularly early, and I'm not staying up particularly late. So generally like... probably an average of 10:30 a.m, getting in at like 5:30 p.m, maybe 6 p.m. a few days, but with a lot of breaks. The main issue, I would say, is the seat. It's just uncomfortable, and I do put that down to the fact that I'm carrying extra weight on my back, which is pushing me into the seat. But actually, as the days go by, you get used to it, and I'm basically, every time I have a second to just elevate myself, I'm doing that, so it's not as bad. Yesterday I put my bike against a bench, and then a screw at the base of the bench snapped off this isn't a very important part of the bike, so it doesn't matter so much. I can probably super glue it, but this little plastic thing here, it just snapped it. So that's another thing. Oh, this I still haven't got around to repairing, just because it's just, I'm too lazy, and that's actually the only reason I'm too lazy. So, but this is now bent from the weight. So this bracket, which I don't think is suitable anyway, because I customized that with my hand. So when it arrived from Amazon, it didn't really fit the bike as it should. So I just bent it to fit the bike. And then the screws they didn't provide, and I was leaving the next day, and I tried to find the screws, and I went to a bike shop, and he had like 1 screw left. So I put that 1 screw in, and now it's jammed. And then the other 2, one of them fell off. So that's another thing to do. The kickstand, I did work it out. It's customizable. You can customize the length of it. It's 16 to 20 inches, but it's still not sufficient for this bike. So I need to unscrew that. That's another thing. What else is going on? Oh yeah, this fell under the tyre and was semi-destroyed, and then the rope has broken on that. The pannier zips, I have broken 2 of the pannier zips trying to jam stuff in, and but they still work. I still have one zip left on each side, so it's still working, but it's probably not going to work for much longer. What else? Oh yeah, this screw came off, which is actually very important, but I haven't got around to doing it. I could just do it today, but I can't be bothered. It's all about the speed. I want to make as much gain as possible. So I've just put an elastic band there. I actually have the screw for that. It would take me 2 seconds, so I might try and do that in a second. Probably not. This saddlebag, I still haven't actually worked out how it works properly, but it's not affecting the cycling in any way whatsoever. I'm sure there's a better way to strap it, but it's secure enough that it's not really... I guess the only thing is like the aerodynamics of the bike. Any little thing that's just not stable is obviously slowing you down slightly. So then there's that. And then I woke up this morning and there's another major thing. So the really expensive sleeping bag I bought from the US is got mildew on it. It's growing mould because it's a goose down sleeping bag. And look what has happened overnight on this sleeping bag. It's literally insane. Look at this. How am I supposed to remedy that? It's ridiculous. It's a sleeping bag. It's supposed to be, you know, appropriate for camping. And what happens when you camp? You're on the ground, which is often damp. So I don't know who designed this, but I'm going to take a picture of it and see if Amazon will give me a refund for that, because apparently the only way to remedy that is to, well, you have to wash it and then soak it in vinegar and all this stuff and let it dry out, but I don't have time to do that. It's ridiculous. So I'm just going to air it out now for a bit. But I mean, isn't that just another thing? It's just ridiculous. Every day I wake up, there's something wrong. And frankly, if you're designing a sleeping bag, it should be waterproof, especially if you're paying like 400 euros for it. It's ridiculous. So that's that. What else? What other problems are there? I think that's pretty much all the problems, which is good. Yeah, like I said, the weather's been crap, and now I will be in Germany. So today I will be in Germany, but I'm not going to do a long day today, just because my brakes, that's the other thing. There's something wrong with the brakes as well. I did semi-repair them. What it was originally was I strapped the saddlebag. In fact, I think I've done it again, actually. It might be it. Yeah, I've strapped the saddlebag, the frame bag too tightly around the brake tubes, so it wasn't getting enough, like the pressure wasn't working. So I adjusted it and then it was working. But during my adjustment, I think I did something wrong, because now the left back brake isn't really working at all. So now I have 3 brakes. And again, all of these things I could fix easily, but I just can't really be bothered. And so long as it's working and we're making speed, that should be fine. I'll get around to it. I think that the major issue now is the sleeping bag, because from what I read online and just logic, this is a goose down sleeping bag, so when mildew gets inside, surely that's just a nightmare to get rid of, especially if you're on the road. So I'm just going to take a picture of it, like I said, send it to Amazon and be like, yo, give me my money back. So there we go. But the sun is supposed to come out today, so that's good. And like I said, Germany is not too far, so we'll just stop at a campsite there. And then the route is basically just all the way to Munich. And then in Munich, then there's the decision of which route to take, because obviously it's all going to be elevation, like it's not going to be too easy. Oh, that's another thing. The first gear is still broken. I don't know why the first gear is not working, and I don't have a solution to that, so I should probably take it to a bike shop. Like I told you about 6th gear. 6th gear is not working either, but I never need 6th gear because that's my fault. I actually put the screw in incorrectly on the back pannier rack, so it's actually affecting the chain. And there we go. That's that. What can I say about the Belgium? There was a nice chateau actually, and I think it was in Sedan. There was a nice chateau in Sedan that I didn't get to see because I was making time, and that looked pretty impressive from what I did see on the road. And then I went to Montmarais. Montmarais is lovely actually. There's what's called the Citadel, and it's just, I think I posted some videos on it. It's really, really nice. Yeah, really nice place. So yeah, there we go. That's the first video of the day. I'm going to make a very late start of 12 o'clock today, I think, because it shouldn't take too long to get to Germany, especially on the road I'm taking. And I will post some more videos throughout the day. There we go. Just endless problems. But again, the sleeping bag is the main problem, because I mean, come on, like, what a crap design. Seriously, that should be the last thing that happens with something that's designed for... We're not even in the wilderness. This is literally designed for people in Alaska, like, that are out there in the swamps, in the freezing cold. and we're in Belgium, and this happens to the sleeping bag. Oh, sorry, we're in France. I get them mixed up. But there we go.